Well, COVID-19 has hit the tourism and hospitality sector hard, and Sun International is proof of this. It says its income from operations halved during the 2020 financial year. To discuss this now, we're joined by Tsogo Sun's Toit to give us an idea of just how COVID-19 has impacted the industry. Chris, good morning. How serious is the damage as we speak this morning?
Yes, Uveka. The impact on the casino industry over the past year has been significant. The industry effectively were decimated at the outset of the outbreak when the whole country went into a lockdown. So you remember there was a period of 3 months that casinos were completely locked down, which maybe was about 2 months too long, because that 2 months basically caused the industry to go onto its knees. There was too much debt in the industry, and then effectively the lenders had to come to the rescue. The banks and all lenders to these casino complexes had to provide covenant waivers and support the industry, and we're very thankful for them for doing that. Then there was a period of time that things actually started going a lot better. There was a relaxation of restrictions, and I'm not talking about the period October to December, and it just looked like the casino industry would recover fast. And then, as you know, second half of December, restrictions started coming with bans on beaches and affecting the whole tourism industry, the hotel industry, casinos. And that was the second half of December. And then in January, we were full on in the second wave. A curfew was implemented with an 8 o'clock closing time. And just remember, these large casino complexes, they trade quite strongly in the evenings. So if you've got to close your business at 8 o'clock, that's more or less when you start getting going.
Yeah.
So the second wave in January was obviously terrible for the industry. And now going again, obviously better with the relaxation of restrictions since February, and in March even further. So one could say there's green shoots starting to appear.
All right, so things are starting to pick up, Chris. You are seeing that you sort of are managing to regain a little bit of what was lost during those few months of very hard lockdown.
Yes. Yeah, no, we're looking forward now for a couple of good months, but obviously we are very cautious about the third wave. Everyone is speaking about the third wave coming. So we just hope that we can get a couple of good months of trading in, because we need the cash flow so that we can service our debt.
So, Chris, who are we talking about exactly? We talk. It comes to mind just casinos at this point when we talk about the gaming industry. What about betting and things like that? How does that fit into the picture, and how have they fared, the actual betting industry?
Look, I think everybody in the industry has been impacted to a degree. And if I talk about the entertainment industry, the gambling industry, the tourism industry, so hotels, casinos, restaurants, bars, and I think on the betting side, the biggest negative impact the betting operators had was at some stage last year there was an absolute lack of sport, and obviously when there's no sport, people can't bet on sporting events. So that was a negative impact to them. But I think the positive side of the betting industry is that they were all offering online products. And you see yourself, if you switch on eNCA and you look at a program, then there's a betting company advertising online product. So I think that's the strength of the betting industry at the moment, is that when there's restrictions and people's got to stay at home, there is the benefit of some online betting which they can take part in, which I think is the positive impact for that industry.
Well, Chris, many people might say when it comes to the gambling industry or to gambling itself and casinos, to say what's the big deal? It's good riddance to a bad habit, I suppose. People lose money. We talk about just gambling addiction and all of that. But let's put it into context of just where your industry falls when it comes to the economy and how it contributes and why it's important.
Just remember, the casino industry is an entertainment industry. If you look at the casino complexes that's been developed, it's significant investment, creates a significant number of jobs when these complexes are developed. So it's investment in the country. Then these complexes provides entertainment to the public. Just remember the percentage of problem gambling is very low in South Africa, and there's programs that's been followed and the rules that's got to be followed to prevent it. So there's like a responsible gambling program, for example. So, I mean, for most people going out to casino complexes, they go for entertainment. And I'm talking about cinemas, theaters, restaurants, the casino floor. These are significant entertainment offerings. And people needs entertainment. I mean, we've seen it again every time when there's relaxation, people come out and they love to be entertained. It's part of life. And then if you look at the other positives that you've got to take into account are things like the job creation of casinos are significant. Tens of thousands of jobs are created by the industry directly, and if you look indirectly, I mean, it must be 100,000, if not more, jobs in South Africa that you're creating. And I'm talking about down the supply chain, your landscapers, your people supplying your food and beverage to your casino complexes, all those industries. So when there's an impact on the casinos, it doesn't only impact the casinos and their staff, it also impacts all these service providers and so forth. Well, then there's obviously taxes.
On that note, before I let you go, just how many jobs, if any, has the casino or has the gaming industry had to shed over the past couple of months? Have you seen massive job losses in the industry?
Yes, unfortunately, there's been job losses all around. I must say, in the Tsogo Gaming Group, we really try to preserve as many jobs as we can. But in the industry, the job losses are in thousands at the moment. I mean, if you go onto the internet, you can see where the various portions of staff have been reduced. But even within our group, staff did reduce over the last year. So I would say the losses in the industry so far is into the thousands.
All right, Chris Toit.
2 years from now, when COVID's over, that the business it can reach the revenue numbers that we reached in 2019, and I think it could take another 2 years before we get there, or the 2023 financial year before we get there, and then hopefully numbers will increase again.
Well, Chris, I have no doubt that you will never be short of customers or players as well. The industry, I'm sure, will fix itself, like you say, in just a few years' time. That's Tsogo's Chris Toit.